What's up? Yeah, I'm talking to you, guy at YouTube who is being forced at gunpoint to review this video for monetization. There is nothing against this website's guidelines in this video. This video doesn't talk about the, well, you know, more mature aspects of this anime. This video mainly focuses on the reception of the anime back in 2020 and all the crazy ass drama that happened because of it. So, please don't kill me. Okay, love ya. Mwah. Okay, now that all that's out of the way, hey guys, Eden here. How you doing? How is the year treating you? Good? Alright. Well, that was actually a joke because I actually don't care about 2022. I want to take you back to a better time. A time before COVID, if you will. Yes. I would like to take you lads back to January 11th of 2020. Just about 2 years ago, back to the initial release of Interspecies Reviewers. But before we get into that, make sure you like the video, comment down below with other stuff you would be interested in me possibly making a video about. Let's try to get the video to 10,000 likes, guys. Your support on the channel helps me stay alive. You've been absolutely crushing the like goals lately, so please hit this one to 10,000. It only takes 2 seconds, and feel free to subscribe. Just do it, and if you do so, I appreciate you immensely. Where were we? Oh yeah. Interspecies Reviewers had its first episode air on January 11th of 2020. And my god, if you were part of the greater anime community, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, if you were watching seasonal anime at the time Interspecies Reviewers aired, then you know that this was not your ordinary season of anime. So many people were shitting their pants at the very sight of this series. So many people were making it their personality for the next 3 months. The reception was uncanny, and it was honestly not like anything I had ever seen before. I guess you could kind of relate it to the more recent redo of Healer, except the people who unironically like Interspecies Reviewers are the absolute chads of society. I would love to get a drink with those guys. The people who unironically like redo of Healer, however, well, I don't want them within 1,000 feet of me, if you know what I'm saying. What I'm about to say is kind of weird because Interspecies Reviewers is literally a show about a ragtag group of adventurers who just smash different fictional creatures like elves, furries, bird waifus, and probably everything else that could come to your mind, and then they rate it out of 10 and boom, that's the show. But even if this show is exceptionally silly in its plot and narrative, look, at the end of the day, I do think it's something I feel quite a bit of nostalgia for personally. Discord, you may know about it. It's a pretty cool application. I have a Discord. It's in the link in the description of all my videos. But I was in a private Discord with a bunch of my anime YouTuber friends at the time when this anime was airing, and I just remember once a week cracking a brewski open with the bros and watching anime titties together in 1080p on some random illegal streaming website and just laughing our asses off. Because I think amidst all the drama that we will get into, that is what the bulk of the video is going to be, Interspecies Reviewers was just a really good comedy anime that was pretty fucking funny, and weirdly enough, it feels like it's kind of been lost to time already. Look, I'm not going to treat it like some masterpiece because it genuinely is not one, but it's so immensely unique and just out there in its own lane that I wish it wasn't remembered for all the shitty drama that surrounded it. And I wish that it was remembered as the show you can crack a cold one open to with the boys and then proceed to laugh your goddamn ass off. But guess what? That's a little bit too good to be true because the launch of this anime set Reddit on fire. It set Twitter on fire. It set my anime list on fire. This anime accidentally set all anime discourse on the internet ablaze. And in this video, we are going to recap all of that and more importantly, take a step back and think about what we can learn from the events that occurred in the early parts of 2020. I hope you enjoy. Okay, first up, Nuxtaku. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't really like this guy. I mean, just fucking look at this VTuber avatar. This man is blue. This man is literally blue. And as everyone watching this channel probably already knows, I fucking hate the color blue. So clearly, I wasn't going to be that much of a fan of this guy from the very start. That being said, I worked for Nux for about 2 years of my life. That's right, I, Corey Waiden, famous YouTuber. Before I was so very lucky to make enough money off of these stupid fucking anime reviews to where I can support myself entirely independently of my parents while studying in university. Before I was in this chapter of my life to where I could go study on campus some days and then watch anime for a living on all the other days, I was busting my ass editing for Nux while in community college. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, it was the best fucking job I could have ever asked for. Something that I think a lot of people in this world lack is this little thing called perspective, right? Every once in a while, I'll see someone on Twitter complaining about their order getting fucked up at McDonald's or them not having the right size at fucking Zoomies. First of all, you're a loser for shopping at Zoomies. But second of all, if you're the type of person to get genuinely upset at some poor fucking soul working minimum wage at goddamn McDonald's, you are a bad person. You see, I used to work at this shitty little place called Wendy's, getting paid $8 an hour. And that shit kind of fucking sucked. Every day I would clock in and my manager would be like, yo, Hernando, you're on grill today. And I would go get the raw meat, put it on the grill. You know what? I'm going way too far into detail with this. But to put it short, I was basically the real life SpongeBob, and it was really boring. So when Nuxtaku comes down from the heavens and allows me to work for him for like 3 times of what I was making at Wendy's, you know, I was singing to the heavens at this point. I edited for him for basically all of 2019 and a large chunk of 2020, and to be honest, it was a really good gig. And on top of that, I really do think Nux is one of the most kind and considerate people I have met in my entire life. The way he interacts and helps other people in the community, and has personally helped me in my journey on YouTube over the years, is something I will be eternally grateful for. What I'm trying to say with this long-ass tangent is I greatly appreciate Nux. He's a very, very good person. And with that out of the way, what he did with Interspecies reviewers and my anime list was kinda fucking stupid. And even though I literally edited for him at the time of all this crazy-ass drama going down, I still very openly did not like the way he acted throughout the situation. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about, when the anime was airing, Nuxtaku led a raid to where he told all of his fans to go rate Interspecies reviewers a 10 out of 10 on Mal, which is generally pretty harmless. Like, obviously he didn't really do any actual tangible damage to them. Like, obviously he didn't really harm them, right? It was just really fucking annoying for all the people in the My Anime List community. And while people on both sides were treating it like it was the start to some civil war, at the end of the day, it really wasn't all that serious. Other people till this day will disagree and continue to vilify Nux for it, but I think the raid really wasn't that big of a deal. My biggest problem with the Nux stuff was that there really wasn't much of a punch-up situation going on. At the time, he was basically at his peak of making anime-related content, and from my perspective, it didn't feel like he was putting down the big man and reigning victorious in a cool glory like how the title of the video would make you think. I mean, even the description of the video says, "This is so sad, LMAO," and we thought Funimation took that fat Interspecies reviewer's L. But I would argue it more so felt like he was the big guy punching down on a community that just genuinely didn't want to deal with getting raided. My Anime List, the actual company, probably benefited from all of this in reality. Having a fuck ton of new people visit their website and possibly make accounts, receiving a lot of new members on a site that runs off ads. The actual company, My Anime List, probably ended with a net positive from the situation. It was the actual user base of My Anime List, the proletariat if you will, that was fucking pissed. And I'm just trying to say that they kind of had a right to be pissed off. Overall, I don't think it was that big of a deal, and the whole storm blew over. But a fair amount of Mal users do still fucking hate Nux for it, and shit on Interspecies reviewers as a result. So, yeah, make of the situation what you will. And I also feel like I should mention that while I am defending the Mal user base, I also really don't like the Mal user base either. The scoring on that website is vicious, and the community will review bomb anything that comes close to passing Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Those people are kinda toxic. But you wanna know who is really toxic? You wanna know who is really just the absolute scum of the earth? I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. Funimation. I could go on and on with how much I fucking hate Funimation, but I'll stick to the topic at hand and focus on what they did to Interspecies reviewers, which honestly just makes the whole Nux situation look like an ant in comparison. When Interspecies reviewers was first announced to be receiving an anime, people who had already read the manga were losing their fucking minds because, well, you know, they knew what the fuck the anime was actually about. When Funimation announced that they would be licensing the anime and simulcasting it, people were really losing their goddamn minds. But you see, no one at Funimation had, well, you know, read the actual fucking manga prior to greenlighting the simulcast, because only a few episodes in, they scrapped the entire project and took all of the sub and dub episodes off of their website, stating that, after careful consideration, we determined that the series falls outside of our standards. We have the utmost respect for our creators, so rather than substantially altering the content, we felt taking it down was the most respectful choice. Which, by the way, that's fucking bullshit. Funimation drastically alters shit all the fucking time. Dragon Maid dub, Kaguya-sama dub, and those are just the anime that I actually give a shit about and think are worth mentioning. And you might be thinking, Eden, this is a minor slip up on Funimation's part. This isn't really something worth busting corporate balls for. And to be honest, I agree with you. Them removing it from their website is entirely their own decision at the end of the day. But what you need to understand is that at this point in time, Funimation was actively paying money to own the exclusive rights to this series, but also simultaneously not letting anyone watch it. People began to re-upload the episodes to other websites that allowed that content. You know, certain websites websites that I can't really mention the name of, and Funimation fucking DMCA'd those re-uploads. Funimation was actively paying money and spending resources just so people could not watch this anime. And you really gotta think to yourself, what type of company that entirely revolves itself around the medium of anime would have such a clear contempt for interspecies reviewers? How the fuck could one company be so evil, be so narcissistic to think that they even have the right to do something like this? Oh wait, they're owned by Sony. Okay, it makes sense now. So overall, due to the context surrounding the series and the fiery discourse that surrounded the drama related to its release, millions of people remember interspecies reviewers as this dubious little creature up to mischief. No good. But I'm here to say fuck that. Go hop in a Discord call and enjoy the culture that this anime is with your boys, preferably drinking alcohol as well. I am an alcoholic. This is a coming out video. Anyways, huge thanks to my patrons: Capitan, Jokum, Madiz, Rover Rope, Pursuant Puddle, Bread and Butter, Alex, Brum Brian, Colin, Dusk, Everly 2, Gamerboys R, Amy Wright, Gary Bird, Grishapa, Jacob, K-Moy, Kona, Marquise, Megaton, Mental Penalty, Noobside, Praise the Nerf, Puggy420, Robert, Chicken, Super Fudge, The Caprine Sun, Tuck Toad, Wild the Guy, Zora, Mirage, and all my other patrons on patreon.com.